Okay, up here in this deep ravine up here in North Jefferson County, and this is the site of an old Pratt Consolidated Coal Company mine site, and they had a long series of drift mines here that would tie in with the rail bed going back this way, and this is a tramway bed right here. And the drift mines, the coal drift mines, which go back to about 1905, stretch this way and stretch back this way on either side of this deep hollow here. And that right there, that little raised berm on the other side, is a tramway bed. And this right here is one of the old coal drift mines. And you can tell the opening was about right here, and had these rocks stacked right here. Probably had cross ties laid over them coming out of this drift mine right here. So I think, if I'm correct, this might be the Mary Lee coal seam, even up here. But anyway, just walking back this way. But anyway, it was a big mine site, operated for about 7-8 years up here. They had drift mines going everywhere on either side of this ravine to go after the coal seam. But anyway, just walk down this tramway bed here, and there should be some more coal drift mines. I'm sure they're all, collapsed. I mean, we're talking about 115, 116 years old, so I doubt any of them would be even barely open. But it's neat to walk out here. This is a piece of mining history, coal mining history, that is. So, okay, moving a little bit deeper back into this ravine right here, the holler, and had a dark spot right there. That was a coal drift mine here. But this right here, this was a big one. And you can see they had a perfectly good stacked rock wall right here the miners built. And like I said, these mines go back to around 1905. So anyway, this was a big coal drift mine at one time. So stacked rock wall right there. They probably had some kind of wooden platform here. I'm not really sure. That's unusual to see a stacked rock wall, though, in front of a drift mine, unless it was built to support a small tramway trestle or a little tramway rail bridge. So, all right, and there's some more drift mine remains over there, and the sun's beaming down, so might not be able to see too good. But anyway, these are some more tramway beds right here. Another collapsed drift mine over there. But interesting what history is still out here in the woods from the early days of coal mining. Okay, this is another drift mine right here, or it was. And you can see right there's remains of a little stacked rock wall. Very unusual, first time to ever see little stacked rock walls in front of a drift mine. But obviously it had to do something with the tramway rails for the mine carts. So this right here is the tramway bed, and just gonna slowly make our way down this way and head on back out. But just like I said, all these ravines up here, well, not all of them, but a lot of them have remains of early coal drift mining. So it's neat to come up here and check it out. So, okay, we'll walk on back down this way, see what else we can see. Okay, this is another, just a huge coal drift mine opening. I'm not sure how thick the coal seam was up here. It could be anywhere from 33 to 60 inches thick. But this was a big coal drift mine. It's unusual to see a big coal drift mine like that. Most of them are really small. I mean, it's like, coal miner back then, 5'5" would be the ideal height to be a coal miner. But anyway, this was one of the big coal drift mines right here, and this is the tramway bed right here. It would take it down to the rail spur, and the rail spur was the Birmingham Mineral Railroad, Cain Creek Branch. So they had some serious mining going on up here. So anyway, I checked this out and then walk on back down there towards the end here. Okay, this is the remains of another coal drift mine right here. And you can see how it's all collapsed over 100 plus years. And here's another one of these little stacked rock walls here. Very interesting. But and the tramway bed splits this way. You got this little mound, said the little tramway rails right here. And just goes on around this side. Keep heading for the main rail line here, but not going to go that far. But one of the interesting things is years after these little drift mine operations closed down for the big companies, back in the late 20s, 30s, 40s, even the 50s, moonshiners would come up here and they would install inside one of these big coal drift mines, they'd install a huge moonshine operation. And you read reports of revenue agents getting a tip where the moonshine still is in a mine, and they would come up here and raid it. And, you know, sometimes they were unsuccessful, sometimes they were able to find the still. But the moonshiners back then were crafty, you know, ingenious to use a series of old coal drift mines for their moonshine operation. So anyway, the tramway bed will head on down this way, but that'll be the end of the little mine walk of this historic Pratt Consolidated Coal Mine site. So, all right.